Hello, and welcome to The Chasing Spirit. I'm William Stouffer, and you can follow this series on my YouTube channel. Today, what I want to talk about is, if you'll watch some of the videos, you see we're always either doing seances or we're looking for spirits. So I want to talk a little bit about what are spirits and take the spookiness out of it, because I think it's important that people know about what is magic and what is about these spirit energies that oftentimes Hollywood, overdoes it, makes it scary and everything else, or there's the religious influence, or just people talking. And the reason for that is because they want to keep it secret. Secret societies do, and those that follow this type of work. But is it nothing more than physics? Perhaps. But today in this series, we're going to talk a little bit about it, so we know the difference between spirits and the soul. So let's get started. First of all, what are spirits? Okay. The difference, and I'm going to use a couple analogies so that people have a basic understanding of what spirit energy is. Now, the spirit is different from the soul. When a person passes on, the soul leaves this realm and becomes pure white light energy. But what we're talking about is what sticks around, in this world of spirits. And how are people able to contact them and communicate? Well, let's dive into that. Now, I'm going to use the analogy today in this series of a VCR. Now, for those of you who may not be of that time period, the video recording unit had a cassette tape, and you could record, and it had audio and visual, and then you had a VCR that did the playback. Well, let's, for argument's sake, say that this electromagnetic field around us is like that VHS recorder. And so things that happen, we've been constantly recorded, audio and visual, in this realm. And under certain circumstances, playback can happen. So when a person passes on and their soul ascends, we're left with that recording that lingers. And certain environments create a more hospitable environment, such as if it's in a building, what is the building comprised of, what metals, minerals are involved. This makes a perfect element for playback. Or if you conduct a seance, we'll say, for example, when we're looking for spirits to communicate with. All of this is within, we'll say, like that video recorder, and we're hitting play and stop and play and trying to communicate. But you will get no response from spirits past the point of their demise. Those are memories as they were recorded. It's like watching a videotape and going back and hitting pause, play, stop, and communicating that way. But it's just residual energy. Like I said, just like as if in this electromagnetic field, it's the same principles that recordings are on a VHS recorder, video recorder. And the playback is the same way. So when we do this, all we're doing is trying to communicate with that spirit, that video that was recorded during the lifetime or event of that particular person. And without getting into the quantum entanglement or quantum physics of all this, I could just simply say that I've been doing this for since the 70s, early 70s. And I was blessed after an auto accident to be able to have psychic abilities where I could see things and hear things. So what am I in this big picture? I'm kind of like the VHS recorder technician. That I know how to get it to playback and hit the stop and record and actually channel into that particular individual's recordings. That's why, for the most part, in the years I've been doing this, everything's in black and white. The audio is sometimes scattered, mixed up when you see something, perhaps an image of a spectral image of a ghost or something like that, different things. But this is not really all that complicated. But the media, like I said, Hollywood, religious groups, everything wants to keep this secret, because knowing how all this works and how to use it to your advantage to learn from and help yourself is something they don't want you to know. But that's what I do, because I don't believe in that that secrecy. I want everybody to know how this works, how it's done, and how we can communicate for our own edification. So stay tuned. Part 2 of the video, I'll explain how I communicate. Some people call it necromancy. They want to add all these terms and make it scary and everything. It's not. It's more physics than anything else. And that's what I do, and that's why I have decided to make this as simple as possible. That's what we're doing for you. So stay tuned for part B.